Around 2 years ago, when I initially started going to the gym, I had no idea what I was doing. I was doing 40-minute upper body workouts, 40-minute lower body workouts, and I mean, I was growing, but I was nowhere near my potential, and I should have looked into it more, should have done more research, and actually made a plan to work out. Every day I would just go into the gym and hit a random workout that I didn't even know how many reps I did. I never went to failure. I always did like 10 reps. I didn't even count them. I didn't even know how many reps I did. I just did however many reps I wanted to. And I mean, I grew, but nowhere near as much as I could have grown if I actually looked into it. And today I'm going to teach you my mistakes so that you don't make them in the gym. The first mistake that many people make is not prioritizing failure and not training hard enough. People think that their program says 4 sets of 12 and they stop at 12. They could have done like 3-4 more reps, but they just stop at 12. You're not going to grow if you just stop 5 reps before failure. That's not how it works. Go into your gym and look around and see how many people actually go to failure and actually strain the muscle completely so that they can't do any more. Look around. There's probably like only a couple people who actually go to failure, and you have to be one of those people. You have to train hard almost every single set. Now that doesn't mean killing yourself. Taking every single set to failure isn't a good thing too. You have to find the balance. I would recommend your last two sets to take them to full failure, but your first 2 sets to go around 1 rep away from failure. That's the best thing to do. Stop the 4 sets of 12 and start training seriously. Now, another mistake that I see people doing is not prioritizing rest. That's a big mistake that I did. For the first 8 months of my training, I basically never took a rest day off, and what that means is that I'm clearly not training hard enough. If I don't need a rest day, that means I'm not training hard enough, but I should have trained hard enough, and I should have taken more rest days. I thought, oh, if I go to the gym more, I'll get more muscle, right? But no. There's actually a certain point where if you train too much, you're going to actually lose muscle, and you're just not even going to grow anything. So that's why you have to think of your rest days as grow days. Those are the most important days. Those are the days where you actually make the muscle, where the muscle grows. I would recommend having a 4 to 5 day split, going to the gym 4 to 5 days a week. That's the best thing because that allows your body for optimal rest. And each one of those sessions, you have to train hard. Now, this brings me to the next point. Many people think that volume is better than intensity, and they just do a bunch of sets, a bunch of reps without any intensity at all. That's not true. More is not better at the gym. Now, more is better to a certain extent, but there's a point where you just get worse if you overtrain yourself. And I see many people doing this. They think that doing more sets is going to be better for them, even though it's just going to be worse. The best thing to do is to have less sets, but take those sets to full failure. So like drop setting, partial reps, all of those techniques, you have to utilize them to your advantage. And stop doing so many sets and reps. Go for a rep range of around 8 to 12, and in that range you have to hit failure. Don't stop at 12, hit failure between 8 to 12. Don't allow yourself to do more than 20 sets per workout, because that's just going to be worse for you. Many people also think that small muscle groups like biceps need so much training, but in all seriousness, you only need around 2 exercises per small muscle group like your triceps and your biceps per workout. Only 2 sets, and for big muscle groups like your back and your chest, do around 3 exercises. Now, another big mistake that many people make is that they max out too often. Think of it this way. Every single workout, you add a block to yourself. You have a stack of Lego blocks, and every workout you add a block, you add a block, you add a block, every single workout. But when you max out, like 3 blocks get knocked down. And to recover fully, you have to do 3 more workouts. So you have a tower of blocks, and when you max out, 3 go down. And if you max out too much, you're not going to make any progress. You might even lose muscle, because maxing out puts so much strain onto your muscles, and it's a bad thing. You have to max out maximum once per month. I max out around 4 times a year. I barely max out because I know that it's not really that good for me. It's just an ego boost. It's good to know where you're at, but it's not good to do it so often. Now, the last mistake that many people make is not tracking their workouts or macros. You have to track your workouts to know if you're actually making progress. Many people just go to the gym and do a random workout and leave and not even track their reps, and they don't even know if they progressed. Even if it's in your notes, write down your workout in your notes. Don't just go to the gym and do a random workout. You have to go and plan. You have to sit there for an hour, 2 hours, and plan your workouts. Put them into your notes app to see if you're progressing or not. Make yourself a workout plan. It's a big return on investment because if you just go into the gym and do a random workout, it's not going to be good. But if you have a plan and a set program, you can track every single rep, every single set, and see if you're progressing. And you can actually utilize progressive overload if you have a program. So you should definitely make a program for yourself, or even buy one. Having a program is one of the most important things. Now, obviously, the most important thing that builds muscle is your diet and how much protein you're eating. Many people don't even know how much food and protein they're actually eating. They think that, oh, I'm eating enough, or I'm eating a little bit. I'm not eating too much food. But even though they usually overestimate or underestimate it, skinny people, they think that they're eating so much, but in reality they're not, because they don't track their calories. They think that they're eating 4,000 calories a day, but actually they're eating 2,000 calories, which isn't gonna gain you muscle. On average, you underestimate or overestimate your calories by around 500 calories, and that's a lot of calories. 500 calories can build you a good amount of muscle, and 500 calories can have a good amount of protein. So definitely start tracking your calories, because if you don't, you just don't know if you're gonna gain weight. If you're bulking especially, definitely track your calories, or else you're just gonna be losing weight and not realizing why. But it's because you're not eating enough, because you're not tracking your food. Start tracking your food, start tracking your workouts. Those are the most important things. And soon I'll make a detailed guide on how to build muscle as a teenager. And I hope this video helps you, bro. Subscribe if you want, and go get off YouTube.